Was upgrading to the iPhone 15 Pro from the 14 Pro a good decision? Well, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and compare these two iPhones to give you my ownership experience if it actually was worth upgrading to the latest 15 Pro from an iPhone 14 Pro. First of all, I do want to go ahead and cover the USB-C. Apple did not limited the USB-C capability that the iPhone 15 Pro can accomplish. You can literally plug in anything you expect to be able to be plugged into a computer on the iPhone 15 Pro. And as once more, there is no limitations. I'm really happy Apple decided to do this, as I can utilize existing USB-C hubs that I have laying around from my computers. I can also utilize most laptop chargers and charge my device this way if I'm working. And if I grab some earbuds that don't support wireless charging capabilities, with USB-C to USB-C, my iPhone can charge my earbuds in a matter of minutes for them to last several hours, as most modern day wireless earbuds typically can last. And then if you MagSafe your iPhone, that USB-C port down here could still charge other devices at the same time. And if I have to do a presentation, the USB-C does support HDMI pass-through as well, which is why a lot of people have been using the iPhone 15 as a gaming console. And now I can fully take advantage of these small thumb drives and literally just plug it into my iPhone 15 Pro and transfer data much quicker and efficiently, especially for large data, quickly thanks to this flash drive, instead of being stuck with just AirDrop. And then when it comes to overall design, the iPhone 15 Pro is definitely much more comfortable to grip on the palm of your hand than it is with the stainless steel body iPhone 14 Pros, as the 14 Pro does have sharp edges. Meanwhile, the 15 Pro has like these smooth stone, almost like corners right here, much more comfortable to use and grip in hand. Just however, I'm not the type of user, I'm sure many of you guys are like this too, we just use cases. So just because it's comfortable to hold when it's bare, I would say, I'm always going to select a case. If you're curious what type of case I'm using right now, this is the Pitaka AirMid 1. I like this case because the magnet's pretty strong for the MagSafe compatibility devices that could attach like wallet, just like so, and it stays on really well. I have no fear of this thing accidentally falling off, except for now, but that was me actually trying to force it to fall off. Sometimes I do switch with the Banks one, but the Banks doesn't support like all my USB-C accessories, but the Pitaka one does, as you see right here. I have a link in the description down below. Not sponsor, but let's go ahead and move on. Now, aside from this titanium blue color, all the other colors are kind of boring, honestly. And word of caution, if you do get like a black or the titanium blue iPhone, these are known to easily scratch off the paint coating. So if you do want to use your iPhone naked without a case, I do recommend the natural titanium color because that's less likely to show scratches. And yes, it is a fingerprint magnet. Sorry if you hear a truck backing up, but honestly, both are fingerprint magnets, including the stainless steel body. The iPhone 15 is noticeably lighter, but not by a whole lot. Now let's talk about the drama that's been going on all over the internet about the 15 Pro. So first of all, overheating issue. For my personal experience, I haven't experienced my iPhone going like 100 degrees or anything like that. It does get noticeably hot when I'm wirelessly charging it in my car, but that's about it. This one also tends to overheat when I'm wirelessly charging, and it'll pause charging because of that. But when it comes to daily tasks, daily usage, no. I never personally experienced my phone getting so hot that I just cannot hold it in my hand or keep it in my pocket. I know some people have experienced this. Me personally, I've been perfectly fine, never noticed this, but I'm not really the type of user that does like mobile gaming and such on my device, so maybe that's why. The only thing I use the most when it comes to these powerful processors is the camera, which I'll go more about in detail in a little bit. But thanks to the latest firmware update of iOS 17, it's claimed to resolve these overheating issues as well as the early screen dimming. Now, we did talk about the edge design on the iPhone 15 Pro, and because of this, the glass back here is known to easily crack. So another reason why you may want to actually go ahead and always use a case on your iPhone 15 Pro, as there's multiple videos out there showing that the back glass can easily crack, and this is all thanks to the fact that the edges are much curvier, so the glass screen is more exposed compared to the 14 Pro with its sharp edges that will typically prevent the glass from making contact with any surface. And majority of those articles are just clickbait, to be honest. Now, the action button may be the only really big selling point there is between the 14 Pro and the 15, because the action button, thanks to the Siri shortcut, you could program it to do a lot of things. And you could do it based off the orientation of the phone. I've seen some people program the action button to be able to launch the camera once you have it facing upwards, and then launch the flashlight when the iPhone's facing up, or even portrait mode or landscape. There's been a lot of creative things you can do with the shortcut action button found on the 15 Pro. This thing's amazing. Now in terms of battery life, I honestly haven't noticed the difference between the 14 Pro and the 15 Pro, as both are known to charge identically the same rate, and from my real world experience, both's been able to last me about the same amount of time under a single charge, so no big differences here in overall battery improvement. Now let's talk about the camera, the real big selling point for people. These three cameras, the sensors are 100% identical. They're both using the latest 48 megapixel camera. Both receive the same photo software support in iOS 17. Both receive the capability to shoot photos in that new Hef Max capability up here. And when you compare photos side by side, there's no differences whatsoever. It's really difficult to tell between the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro sensor. And you still feature the same 3x zoom. Just however, the iPhone 15 does support log recording, which means I can use an external flash drive like this 256 GB thumb drive I have right here, attached to my iPhone, go to video mode, select ProRes up here, and it tells me the time, how much this thumb drive can capture, and it tells me that the external storage is indeed USB-C. This thing is amazing. This is probably the only massive selling point for content creators or people who use the video camera a lot, because this way it frees up the internal storage of your iPhone, and because it gets sent directly to your thumb drive of choice, external drive, and then you could extend the time by changing the resolution, of course, on the footage time you have access to. I personally love this feature. Now when it comes to overall speaker quality, again, they're 100% identical. Here, take a listen.
Say the words, even if it hurts. Say the words.
And then the display, both are actually using the same OLED display that can go up to 2000 nits. Hardly a noticeable difference here again. The only big benefits with the 15 Pro is log recording, honestly, that unlock unlimited USB-C port. The A17 Pro chip that's found on the iPhone 15 Pro features a lot of impressive modern day graphics features for gaming and handling multitasks a lot better. But honestly, that A17 Pro chip is not really noticeable for everyday users, because I'm personally not a gamer, mobile gamer that is. If I want to play a video game, I'm using a console or a PC. But if you rely on a lot of download speeds via like cellular, 5G is known to be improved on the iPhone 15 Pro, as it does have a faster download rate than the 5G sensor hardware that's found on the 14 Pro. So for me personally, was it worth upgrading to the 14 Pro from the 15 Pro? Yes, just because of USB-C and the ProRAW log capability. But if you don't do a lot of recording like I do, no, I honestly don't see a massive selling point from somebody to go from the 14 Pro to the latest 15 Pro. So if you can, it's not really worth upgrading to, especially since both feature the latest dynamic island. So you're not really missing out on anything. And once you put on a case, it's really challenging to even tell. And sorry, the screen brightness is kind of not identical to the 15 Pro. So let me know what you guys think about these two different iPhones, and let me know if you actually decide on upgrade or not. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. If you'd like to watch more, highly recommend checking out this video over here, where I go through my favorite tips and tricks and some settings you definitely need enabled for the latest iOS 17 so you can unlock some new features. Thanks so much for watching.